This is potentially just more things to lose, I'm honest, but I think it is time. Grab the landfill. Where is that? There we go. This is the one I have with me right now. I should have moved that up a little bit. And then down here. Request a chest. Okay, let's get over there and hook all of that up. Yeah, I need to... How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 by 7. So that's the maximum it's going to be able to harvest in a single turn. So if I brought 50 seeds, that would have one left over. But assuming that I'd upgraded it all completely to have the maximum amount of available seeds just sat there, then sorry, a maximum amount of tiles, then this would be able to replant 50 seeds worth. There we go. That way I shouldn't load too much on here. Oh my lord. Have I got any left? I do. Good. Right. More stuff for the stompers to destroy, but I might be worth me having some sacrificial stuff. Just huh. Interesting. Very interesting. But maybe like a sacrificial laser outside its range just to pull the stomper towards those things. Might not be a terrible idea. Just to try and keep things interested out far from the guns. Whilst the guns just attack. Because the lasers are going to do almost nothing to a stomper. Okay, so I will want to load fruit into either of these. They need to be filtered to only pick up fruit. I mean, later on, I might want it to take any just random gubbins as well. Like, if I were to... I don't think there's any programmatic way I could tell it to, hey, if there's something on the ground, break it down, like the shells. But I could probably do that manually if I wanted to. I also want to unload seeds. I'll just load it with 50. That way I know that no matter how much I unload, it doesn't matter. And also want to unload any additional supplies. Now that part will be filtered, and it'll be filtered by a signal. Oops. But otherwise, that's the train. Now, with that in place, I'm going to head back. I'm going to set up the unloading. Oh, my lord. I'm going to fix the things I just broke. Then I'm going to head back. I'm going to set up the unloading. But once that's done, I'll build a train. And then we're good for trains to collect the Yumako. I change the way I say that word every single time. I need 2 of those, need 2 of these. So 20 engines. Please bring engines unto me. For verily do I have need of them. A great and terrible need. Also, this music track on Cleaver is totally from Terraria, and you will not convince me otherwise. Okay, so now that I am paying attention to chat again, and things are not breaking quite as aggressively all around me. Well, did you guys manage to discover the secret to making to emptying a thruster of its fuel? Hoxop says it doesn't work. Oh, really? That's a shame. I thought there was, I was really hoping there was just some nuance to it. Do we know why we thought it worth? Rose said that they had a working prototype. I suspect they just mistook something, or well, they've made a blueprint, so people have checked out that blueprint now. Though the thrusters do get emptied pretty fast just by them being on. That is true. I think, though, the issue is that it doesn't empty of everything, so it only empties a fuel or oxidizer, and that's enough to keep the thruster kind of working. So I think if I want the thrusters to shut down, I kind of need to shut down both inputs. And that's the only way I'm going to make that work. Right, I'm going to want whatever fruit is carrying to be unloaded. So this one actually has to unload both. It will need to load seeds only up to the point that it has enough. So I'm going to say request a chest. Because I don't know if this train is going to be full of certain things. I could just have a mixed belt of seeds coming down here, honestly. Um, I'll need to set up some logic for that. Set filters. Frankly, that's gonna... I think when it's... Can I read where it's going to be going? Well, actually, I should only be sending it when I have need of a certain type of fruit. So I will have that knowledge. Like, there'll be a signal that'll dictate that. And in that case, I will issue the request to load the specific type of seeds and only stop that once there's been enough delivered. And I'm gonna... Well, given that, I think it makes sense for me to have everything being requested. I don't like the idea of using the bot network like this, but it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier for me. The fruits, however, I can filter. I may as well just... It's the only thing it should be unloading. Mako there. Jelly nuts will go over here. Am I out? Yes, I am. I'll make this whole belt section look nicer. Well, why not now? Why not now? Aavak, if you're going to do it now. Seed should be unloaded into a provider chest. Which for the time being just unloads, but I will... like I said, I just want to get the system running right now. Once the system is running, then I will rejig a lot of this. I always want 50 jelly nuts. I always want 50 Yamako. Right now, that's all I'm going to request because that gets the system working. And the condition for this is going to be go to the depot. Wait until circuit condition. There we go. Well, damn. I was kind of hoping that there would be a way for me to... actually, no, I don't need that. Just, inactivity. I can just use an interrupt for it. The interrupt should be... let's go with... Let's make sure that the interrupt is clearly coded for Gleba. And then... Gleba pickup, I guess. In case there is ever a fluid train here. Actually, ooh, I know what the best one. It would be the agricultural tower. Let's use that. There we are. This now clearly says this is a farm train. Done. Right. Circuit condition. Oh, no, wait. I want interrupt. Station is not full. So 1 to 1. Cargo. Then this should be the circuit, the signal parameter, and pickup. Oh yeah. This will be the only time it'll trigger. And I simply need to control when I give it a signal. That's all I need to do. If it's got the signal and the station isn't full, you can leave. Targets that station. Can I copy that? Yeah, I can copy this part. Damn it. No, no, oh wait. What have I done? There we go. No! There we go. There we are. Weight condition should be... I'm going to say inactivity. Because it won't have an empty cargo and it won't have a full cargo, ideally. It's just it should stop trying to unload stuff or load stuff. The farm will farm everything and then shut down. Tea break anytime soon? In about... Yeah, when I'm finished with this. Probably in about 30 minutes in Transfer the Wild. Depending. I will do it once this system is actually running. Right, I think that should be good enough. There we go. Right, so all I need to do now is not send it a signal. Let's hook up some power pole. Goodness gracious me. Right, okay, fine. Make a few of these. Little overlap. We can throw down some lights. Oh. Want the same in both. I do not stockpile jelly nut seeds nearly as frequently, sadly. Right, want this here so I can set up some things. I want to read contents and send to train. Yeah. There we go. Loading the train up. Then on manual for the second. Now, depending on the signal I'm receiving, let's think. How would I do this elegantly? Also, what's up? Lasers aren't set up. Okay. Do I have lasers with me? I do. Let me go and take care of that. I need to set up some power pole infrastructure because, wow, am I shy of those most of the time. Also, let's hook these all up. And give these lights as well. Actually, let's put them on the outside. Now, I wanted power poles. Does that cover? Yeah, it does. So I can just put the power poles in here. Let's put all of them in there. I'll just make more. I'll likely move all of that up a little bit. We'll see, though. I mean, I do have logistics drones there. I could simply have the logistics drones bring it over, but there's going to be a lot. When this is ready to go, it's just going to output it all, I think, and that's going to be a lot faster. So, I could simply have, if the signal coming in is for Yumiko, then output these types of seeds. So if the desire is Yumiko, then output Yumiko seeds. One. Then this one should be, if the desire is for jelly nuts, output jelly nut seeds. And see, this is the problem, is I'm going to be loading it on the fly. That part is less useful for me. Now, as a general, yes, I only want it to go out when it's got 50 seeds, but we'll see. I will generate 50 seeds far slower for my jelly nuts because there's just so much less of them. I'm harvesting them significantly less often. You know what? Let me just make this seeds. Add another one. Advanced basic, get the walls in there. Guns and ammo. Lasers. Actually, no, let me take these out. The reason for that... I'm also going to set these to trash and requested. Have some buffer chests on both. I'm going to have a combinator that does it. Yeah, let's set that up. I think I've already built this system several times, actually. Over on Malvis. Let's check, because it'll be a lot easier. This is simply removing from what's in the train from the combinator. Or rather, what's stored, I suppose. Let's do that differently. Let's grab the one over here. Yeah, that one's taking out what's in the train. It's turning it negative. This one's outputting what it wants. And then this is a simple, if it isn't on the train, load it. Let's grab that. That's so lovely that I can do that, by the way. Pop this in here. Alright, I do not want all of these things in there. Maybe defense infrastructure, maybe not. I'm gonna say not. That should be basic. Guns and ammo, lasers, don't need the flame up thrower, don't need mines. Would like... I guess I should have infrastructure then, I suppose. That's all the power poles. It's also this. Lights, radar, belts of all sorts. I'm not actually producing these, not supplying them anyway, not over here. I'm going straight to blue. So, is there a way that I could make a copy of that, I wonder? Yeah, actually, what I'll do is I'll name it Gleber. We'll code it. Farm defense supplies. There we go. I think I'm just gonna add all of this in here. We're gonna want walls 100. Turrets, we don't need that many. Let's just bring along 25 turrets. Lasers. I like the idea of just naming these, to be honest. I think that works quite well. Ammo, 500. We are going to want repair packs as well. 200 repair packs, I'm going to say. Next up, we're going to want belts. 100 belts. We will almost certainly want splitters. May as well bring a stack. We'll want tunnels. Again, may as well bring a stack. Actually, yeah, you may as well. We will want roboports. Bring a stack of those. We will want bots. Not many of these, though. 25 logistics bots. 25 construction bots. And the reason why I don't want to bring a lot is because it'll bring 20 them in groups of 25 and I can just update them as necessary. I'm going to want 10 of these, 10 provider chests, 10 requester chests. Don't actually think, no, we don't need provider chests. Buffer chests are good enough. We're going to need power poles. Bring a stack. Same with these. Same with these. If I have them, bring them. Inserters, most definitely. Don't think we need any other type of inserter. Lights. And 10 spare lights. I might need more. Bring some radars. Just don't bring an entire stack. I don't know why I've been focusing on that so much. 5 is more than enough to drop off at a place. And I'll just bring more next time if I need it. These, yeah, don't even bring that many of those either. These I go through in a reasonable amount, so I'll have 25 of those, 10 of those. On that note, I think walls, actually, I do need a decent amount of them. I think we're now in a good place. Is there anything else you can see, chat, that you think I might need to bring along? I don't think there is. I think this defense supplies should be good. And add fruit. I'm gonna rename it fruit seeds for Gleba. There we go. I should load up on these. I should read that in. This should be multiplying anything in there by double. If anything is over that, that's now the input count. That should set the request to that. So let's go across and down. Take out fruit seeds. So I should always have that much in either of these. But when one of that amount is on either, you know, both carriages combined, once the train contains the correct amount, it will stop requesting anymore. Or it'll stop loading anymore. But what I will do over here is I'm going to have a requester, a selector rather. There we go. And these should have their filters set based on that. And I want this to sort ascending, so it'll pick the thing that I've got the least of and load it in. So as you can see, already starting. Now, the train isn't going to read a bloody thing, so I do need that to go to its station, automatic. This should now be reading. It's got 10 in there, so it needs no more. And 15 seconds of inactivity are complete. So, at this point, the only signal I need is whether I need more fruit or not. I think we're about ready. So let's go and set up the drop-off location correctly. That is going to involve moving it. Right, so I do still want this to be sent out, but I want this to be brought over via request from now on. Request a chest. Should be right here, and it should request only the seeds. So add section. Actually, yeah, I'll simply request the Yumako seeds. I may as well request them 10 at a time because I never want too much to be stored in here. There we go. And then that will load them as needed. Let's go ahead and dig all of this up. There is a harvest on the way, so that's kind of cool. Ah, poop. Poop, I say. Fine. You can have all of those. Stupendous amounts. Let's grab all of the seeds. You can have those. You can have... some extra guns. Now, I'm going to read the logistics network to see what I got available here, because I don't want to take any more off the train than I need. Hello, Tilly. Want something, sweetheart? Don't worry, we're gonna go on tea break soon. Even Tilly is nagging me for tea break. What, have you stopped now? Yeah, because I don't want this to enable or disable. Well, I kind of do, actually. How should I enable or disable it? Because I don't want the Aavak fruit to just be sat there decaying. So, in a sense, what I would like is that it would only activate once a train was here. It would harvest a bunch of fruit and then would remain active for a little while after. Uh-oh. Ooh, did that work? Oh, that did work. It got distracted by the laser turret, and in that time got absolutely melted by the cannons. Have we accidentally onto the perfect solution? I think we may have. Oh, Tilly Bean. Yeah, I know. Soon, tea break. So I do need to check this against the logic here. So I'm going to want retrain contents. I'm going to have to do this one in a bit of a different way. So let's head back to Nauvis. I need to grab this now. So, that is outputting many different things. This is converting what I want into its negative. And is comparing that to what's currently stored. And that's the part I want to read off the connected logistics network. And if that's above anything, then I output it as 1. But I only take things... If anything here is above 1... Right, I see. Yeah. What's happening here is I'm multiplying the two numbers together. This is only outputting 1 if it's something I want. And then I'm checking against what the train has, and I'm unloading it. So, yeah. That is what I want to grab. I'd like to place this about here. Right, I want to remove all of these. I want to add the section. I love this, by the way, so much. Defense supplies, and also Specifically, Yumiko seeds. Mako seeds. There we go. This negates it. I need to feed this information across now. Oh no, I want the what's available in the network. But the this should pass down. So, oh right now it's getting signal feedback from the radar. So let me just cut that because I don't actually need that to be across on this side yet. There we go. Now if you have a look at that, that's fine. That's fine. So P is being ignored here. And at this point, I don't need these. I can just pull out whatever I particularly want from this signal. Once again, I want to sort the sending and then filter that out to the inserters. The only thing I want to pull out is what I want and what the train has. And what I want, compared to, I want this to be a part of this system. So I am most likely going to just build this into the system. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. Right, let me grab this whole shebang. Right down to here. Yoink. Lift that up. I would like it to be about there instead. Place that in. Don't remove that now. Leave that in place, please. And this one. That way I've got two arms helping with the loading, so it'll load a lot faster. Everything is in place. I'm going to want this to send me the logistics contents. Also, I'll probably have this one load the bots. That is now giving me a red signal here. I need that to be green. Sod it. Sod it, sod it, sod it, sod it, sod it. Okay, that's kind of awkward. So I am gonna, for the sake of this, I will just hook this up over here. Wait. No, damn it. It was, I was okay. I'm losing my mind. Right, there we go. So, there we go. This is what I currently want. So green from red. There'll be a couple of things here. Minus 38. Minus 26, 22. I need 38 of these. That's telling me what I currently want. That will link it with the train. I think we may be ready to go. I'm going to quickly jam the system on. Mind you, it'll be a lot easier if I was over there. We want Mako. I believe that's what it's going to request. Right, okay. Let's quickly get over there. And this should cause the system to fire up. If that works, then everything else can be done when I get back off tea break. Uh-oh, no, pipes, bad. Off you go. Right, let's turn that off now. That can see what's in there. That's what that wants. That's what this wants. It is saying it wants nothing. Did it really empty out all of the seeds already? I guess so. There are lots of seeds available, I suppose. Wait, it's only saying there's 12 available? Oh, right. Yeah, because that doesn't actually track that. So I've unloaded a couple of radars. And this is now reporting that I do have 5 radars available. Oh. Okay, so I lost a single laser and a power pole. Or did I lose a little bit more? Oh no, no, I did lose one cannon as well. Maybe spreading the lasers out a little bit more to definitely keep its attention a little bit further out would be better, but we'll see. Input signals are now requesting that there are 2, but I want 50. Sorry, that I want 25, so saying I want 23. Has that already been rebuilt? Yes, it has. So nothing that I want is currently in the train. That's fine. So this is going to go for a little while. Right, the last thing I need to do before we step away is I need to make it so that this thing will only activate when there is in fact... has that... It hasn't stood it up. I will only allow jelly nuts to be removed. Because there is no reason to be sending any more seeds over. There are a couple of things I want to do with seeds to make sure that I don't burn them when I shouldn't be burning them. For the most part, this isn't too bad. Right, let's see. Is it? I mean, it looks like I am actually going to fill the entire thing. That is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Right, green is showing T. I'm gonna say for you, you now only enable when T is greater than then 0. There's no more connecting there. This should instead connect all the way up here. And you should be active right now. Not sure what that was. I would like this to live happily by the train station. Oh, the train's left. Fair enough. What you no longer have is power, though. That is not great. So one there. May as well connect it up across that route. Yeah, that's already loaded. Marvelous. I'll drop off some more seeds. There we go. This should no longer be requesting seeds. Yeah, seeds are now negative, so it's not outputting them. Oh, well. This shouldn't be outputting them. Yep. Okay. System is somewhat set up. I need to do more. I need to hook up the request for your Marco fruit to issue that signal to the train. So, where was I issuing that? Down here. For the time being, I will say I'll add in a little radar. This is super duper jank. It is literally just to get things running. Put in a little decider. If... Oh, did that? How did that get sent out? Oh. Why are you sending? What are you receiving? Oh, it's the contents of the train. Balls. Okay, Right. So I need to make sure that these can unload into chests. Otherwise, system breaks. Do it quickly. I know, baby. Go out soon. Almost done. Tilly's like, you said that ages ago. That's right. I did. I'm being a very bad Aavak. Is less than 50. Output 1. Okay, well, so we've got an awful lot of gubbins here. Uh-oh. I can store 1 train's worth of gubbins, but I'm thinking maybe I should instead store 2 trains worth of gubbins to ensure that we're okay. Effectively, I absolutely need to just get this out of the system as quickly as I can. This should be enough. I could further protect myself from me I probably should. Alright. There will not be any way it's going to be overfull at that point. There we are. Now, the problem is they're going to unload bunches of garbage that will potentially cause me issues. But we can now go on tea break, chat. Hooray! Rejoice! For the tea break is upon us. Also, I definitely need to balance this a bit better. Oh crap, I haven't got those materials over there. Why does my life hate me? Alright. I promise that once I'm done destroying my... Oh, that just broke that because suddenly it was like, oh, I've got to get rid of everything. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Train's coming back. Ah! Panic! I've broken everything! You know what? As punishment, I'm going to stay here so that if a stomper does get through, it'll also kill me. That will be my punishment. Okay, well, there's a load of fruit now just kind of sat there, not going anywhere, which isn't great. But tis what tis. Right then. Tangshan, protect me. Oh, Tankun, sorry. We do actually want... oh, is it not within building range? Oh, it is. Okay, it's just a lack of materials then. All right. We're going on tea break. When we return, hopefully I won't be dead. But if I am, it's my fault. See you soon, chat. Well, it doesn't look like I'm dead, though it does look like my defense is taking a bit of a beating. Do I have any repair packs to drop off? I do not. Oh, actually, yes, I do. There we go. Gosh darn it. No. I will collect some more later. It is now time for me to remove all of these. Fill my inventory full of tat. Now, what I would like to see is, did this replant everything? Almost. It almost replanted everything. Well, if it continues to manage that, then I'm okay with it. But whether or not it will manage us, that is a different matter entirely. Okay, spend that time with Tilly. You never regret doing that. That is true. I never do. Alright, everything is okay down here. I do have repair... Oh. Ah, I'm not loading lights. Well, you know what? Since I know that everything here is something I have... I should probably just feed that down. That way it doesn't get stuck, like jammed on trying to load something that I don't have. While that does make the inserters a little bit more clumsy, at the very least it'll remove these things off the list. I guess the other thing I could do is check if I have it in the logistics network. If I don't, then don't try to load it. Yeah, that would actually work. Don't jump out of a moving tank, people. Never ends well. Alright, I want... if this, if each is greater than 0, output each 1. Yeah. Now this is outputting how much I want. Which is fine. But yeah, I can just multiply those two together. So green goes up, red comes down, multiply red with green. And output each. This will only show me the things I actually have in the network to use. And at that point, there we go. Now what I want to see is that did it stop or did it just unload everything? Because that's what I want. Did I load too much? No, I basically loaded 50. Yeah, that's fine. It was a little bit of overloading, but that's okay. It's perfectly okay. And that changes what I'm requesting as well, based on whether or not it's available to me. That part I could change, so that I always try to load it. Like I'm not just flicking the request constantly. So that I only try to load something that I've actually got available to me. Ooh, wait. The moment it's in here, that's gonna change. Ah. I guess what I could do is, because if it's in the requested network, it's not available to the logistics network. But what I can do is, no, I can't read the contents. Damn. Okay. Okay, that actually does make things a little bit more complicated, because the moment they're loaded in here, they're no longer available to me. That this doesn't see them anymore. That is actually kind of tricky. Would buffer chests work? Well, no, because buffer chests wouldn't be able to request it. Like, for me to bring the stuff here, it needs to be request a chest. Like, I want more ammo. I've got the ammo here. So I'm not loading it. I could have the requested chest unload into a regular chest, and as they do, it removes it. Yeah, I could do that actually. It's kind of a convoluted way of doing it, though. I'm not going to lie. Also, how are we doing with unloading this? Oh, we are doing well. At the very least, these are being passed through. How is everything going over here? Oh. Oh, dear. What do we lose? Oh, lost one of those. Okay, I need to get back over there quite badly. But I need this to both read from and set the filters on those request chests, or set the requests. That being said, I could just say, hey, there's a static bunch of things I want you to request, and they should always be requested. That is definitely an option. But again, once it's in there, I still lose sight of it. And so as far as the system is concerned, they don't exist. Don't one of the chests function like a request and a provider? Sorry, you're quite right. The buffer chest, the green one. When you were saying that, I was thinking about the yellow one, the storage chest, but you might be right. That may well be right. Do I actually have those chests with me? I do not. Need to go and get some steel chests. Ugh. Disgusting. Or I could have just requested them, I guess. That would also have worked. Let's have a look if this works for me. So request specified items to be available to personal logistics and automated construction. So I guess that would work. Let's have a look. If I plonk this down. Oh, it does. Oh, that's amazing. Actually, fantastic. Thank you so much, chat. That worked so much better. Kind of want to put these over there, though. Let's do that. There you go. And everything's working again. That looks a bit better, I think. I could even have that runner on green if I wanted. Because I'm using red a lot here. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. Wait, why are they taking it back? Excuse me? Ah, crap. I've told certain things to pull from buffer chest, haven't I? Where are you taking it? Oh. Oh, no. No, they finished, I think. this no longer needed anymore. Did this fully load? Right, so once that's been loaded, these trash whatever they had. I'm actually not opposed to that, if I'm perfectly honest. Gets it back into the system. Though perhaps adding a bunch of buffer chests near, storage chests nearby would not be a bad idea given that then. That way it won't be as far to travel. Right, I'm relatively happy with the idea that this will now supply what it needs. I do need to run over and drop off a couple of things though. So, could you please bring me 50? Also, bring me a stack of repair kits. Just so I can. Oh, I've already got it, never mind. Right, let's go back, drop off some necessary odds and sods. But the train should now be able to handle both unloading and offloading. It's not the smartest setup of combinators there, like in terms of the way they look. But functionally, I'm happy with them. Okay. Do not need it. Take it away. I should really just go and pick this stuff up when I need it. I was like, where did I put my tank? It's right here. Well, what do you think of the current setup, which is luring the stompers out? I think it's honestly working better than I expected. All I want is for the stomper to be distracted, destroying these. Oh, that's a good... Well, no, we probably won't need landfill too much. I can drop that off manually. It's down to half use now, unfortunately. It'll still load all of this. I shouldn't use filters. Don't use filters. Load whatever you have, and that includes rot. And then unload rot. Because there will be some. And I want this to be in an active provider chest so that it just gets rid of it as soon as possible. And that should go all the way over to this, which is requesting as much as I can. Everything has run out. How did that happen? Something jammed the system again? I need to rebuild anyway. I've got a decent bit of rock right here. Just need to get things moving again. So, a little bit in here. A little bit in here. And a little bit over here. Hopefully. Did I not get enough? I did not. There you go. Absolutely did not get enough, apparently. God damn it, I need one more. One more! Quickly, make it. There we go. Come on, dunk. How much do I need? Why? Let's load it all into this one. Oh, I needed jelly cubes as well. Did you get any? No, you did not. This is highly frustrating. I'm slow to make this stuff. Balls. You did so little. Oh, there we go. That'll be enough. Every single time I have to get this going again. No. Yes. Bunch of it immediately rotted, but... Okay, so no. And no. Half in you. Half of what remains in you. You should be good, actually. We'll see. Oh, the problem is grabbing the wrong bloody thing. I see. I see what's happening there. Please not kidnap. Okay, let's get some more of these on the way. And there we are. Any others get it? No. The issue is this stuff is now so rotten, it just barely lasts a moment before it's out. Flip side, I should absolutely load some of this in there. jelly. Let's check that from there. Not sure what it was that stalled the system though. Because it runs fine for so long. Oh, I clearly need a bunch more jelly. Aavak, are you resizing your game window? Why do you ask? I'm not, so I'm curious why you're asking, the divine ass. See, the better system here would be to feed it in here first and then up, as that would kickstart the system rather than feeding it at the end where it can't do anything. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do with redesigning this. This has been such a pain for so long. It absolutely is time to do that. Because right now I've just got loads of stuff rotting. An enormous amount of it is about to be thrown into the system. And to be fair, these things are in the right place. But this stuff, not so. This is gonna suck, but... right. Right, that is a problem. Right there. Oh, no. Damn it. You were working correctly. The whole system needs a redesign, but my hope is that this will at least get it working for now. It is a bit of a potch to have to do this, though. Yeah, I really do need to add more priority to certain things. Get this all the way around. Well, the one piece of plastic finally showed up. Hooray! We were waiting on that for a while. Right, so I'm going to want this to be here. Yep, and that should send everything back through the right way. For now, I'll just use these in certain places, just to patch in the holes where belts got swept off to somewhere else. But we'll need to upgrade it all later. Right, so at this point, I want this area to filter rot. Yeah, it should be over here. There's no use being sad that this system isn't perfect right now. It will be in time. But it will take me a while to get there. Let's pop you here. Can I move that without breaking everything? Yes, good. Right, is that basically everything where it needs to be? I think so. Alright, oh, yeah, down here. Just need to lane balance this one. There you go. Right, let's get... I have any rot? I do not. No rot. I am out of rot. Know whether I know there is rot, though. Over there, I think. Might not be, actually. Ooh, it isn't. Okay, well, that's a little bit inconvenient. Alright. Well, stuff made from rot is not the best. Actually, cancel that. Can I just make rot? No. Cannot just make spoilage. Eventually all of this will make spoilage, it just won't be for a little bit. What I can do though is... Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I'm here trying to make rot out of this stuff. Why don't I just grab the tank and go and cut down all the rot trees? Can spoilage spoil? That is a good question. Not quite what I wanted to do, but you know what? I'll take it. When the issue isn't that you've got too much spoil, it's just that you don't have enough. Yeah, I know, right? That terrible moment. Okay, I just made myself frustrated. Thanks to the very silly pun that went through my mind. When your rot is rot enough. Oh, God, why?